The North against South. Brother against brother. The Civil War.
Coups and Nigerian Civil War. Coups and Nigerian Civil War. Okay, Nigerian Civil War is also known as the Biafran War. So in this lesson, we are going to see all the causes and effects of the Nigerian Civil War in the country. Okay, so coup means forceful seizure of power by. Nigeria is a diverse country with a number of different ethnic groups. We gained our independence in 1960. Okay, we have the Hausas in the north, the Yorubas in the west, and the Igbos in the eastern region. In 1966, Nigeria was thrown into political and ethnic turmoil, and soon this tension led to the killing of thousands of minority Igbos living in the northern part of Nigeria. So in the southeast, a military officer known as Ojukwu declared the Republic of Biafra on behalf of the Igbo people. But Nigeria will not accept this. And on the 6th, and in 1967, civil war broke out and it raged for 2.5 years. It was estimated that more than 1 million people died, most of them of hunger. In 1968, images of the famine was filmed worldwide. Biafran leaders used these pictures to gain sympathy for their cause. Around the world, protesters and celebrities campaigned to end to the conflict. Back on the battlefield, the Nigerians were stronger and better equipped. In 1970, the Biafran secessionists, they surrendered.
Indiscipline, corruption, condemnation, misuse and abuse of public office will not be tolerated.
Nigeria wants to reduce its area of dependence on the factories of the industrialized economy. It is my pleasure, therefore, to declare today the launching day for the war against indiscipline.
Major General Aguiyi Ironsi captured power in 1966 after the first military coup that was organized by some few measures in the Nigerian army. In January 15, 1966, Aguiyi Ironsi was the senior military officer at that time. The coup deposed the civilian government and led to the killing of the highest rank officers in the northern and western region of the country, including Tafawa Balewa, who was then the first prime minister of the country. However, Aguiyi Ironsi's tenure did not last long because he was in power for a few months. He was toppled with a counter-coup led by the Northerners in July 1966. Yakubu Gowon seized power after the counter-coup against Aguiyi Ironsi. After Gowon assumed power, the country was led into tension and there were a lot of killings, especially among the Igbos. In 1967, after tension had reached a boiling point, the Nigerian Civil War broke out as the Easterners formed the Republic of Biafra and declared secession from Nigeria. 100,000 soldiers and millions of civilians were killed in the Civil War, also known as the Biafran War. The incessant killing of the Igbos and control of crude oil led to the Civil War. During the war, Gowon came with a slogan, "To keep Nigeria together is a task." In 1970, some Biafran secessionists decided to surrender. After Ojukwu, who was the mastermind of the Civil War, fled the country.
I, Major General Philip Effiong, officer administering the government of the Republic of Biafra, now wish to make the following declaration. That we affirm We are loyal Nigerian citizens and accept the authority of the Federal Military Government of Nigeria. That the Republic of Biafra hereby ceases to exist.
In 1975, the third coup was organized against General Gowon's government. MURTALA Mohammed grabbed power and became the third military head of state of Nigeria. Gowon traveled out of the country when the third coup was carried out. He went to attend the 46-member countries of the Organization of African Unity. So Gowon was toppled by MURTALA Mohammed. But MURTALA Mohammed didn't last long because he was assassinated on February 13, 1976. In his Mercedes black car en route to his office in Lagos in Danda Barracks. He was only 37 years old. The coup was led by Lieutenant Colonel Ukasunka Dinka. Olusegun Obasanjo, who was the chief of staff under the regime of MURTALA Mohammed, became the head of state of Nigeria. The death of MURTALA Mohammed threw the whole country into confusion and fear about the brutality of military rule in Nigeria. So General Olusegun Obasanjo, who was the chief of staff under the government of MURTALA Mohammed, became the military head of state.
The military government is convinced that we must produce what we need. We must curtail our appetite for what we do not produce.
And was also the subject of assassination, but he narrowly escaped. Obasanjo's administration re-established security and military rule in the country. During his time in office, a program to restore civilian rule was established. And Obasanjo continued with this program, holding general election in 1979 and helping to create the Nigerian Constitution. On the 1st of October 1979, history was made in Africa when Obasanjo peacefully handed over power to a civilian government of Alhaji Shehu Shagari.
I, Sheikh Usman Aliyu, to the best of my ability, to the best of my ability.
Several allegations of corruption against Shagari led to his being overthrown by a coup led by Major General Muhammadu Buhari in 1983. The 1983 coup led by General Muhammadu Buhari toppled the civilian government of Alhaji Shehu Shagari. General Buhari justified the coup on the corruption and embezzlement in the country.
Fraud, indiscipline, corruption, squandermania.
A very harsh measure of war against indiscipline was implemented by Major General Buhari. The military government of Buhari was toppled by General Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida. So he toppled the government with the support of some junior military officers, which he placed in power so that they can benefit from his government. Babangida nullified the June 12, 1993 presidential election that saw MK Abiola as the winner. So when the riot and tension became so unbearable in the country, Babangida stepped down and handed over power to Ernest Sheneko to bring down and calm down the riots in the country. And subsequently, investment in oil and non-oil related sectors of the economy have subsequently reduced. Sheneko's administration only lasted for 3 months, as he was overthrown by his own Secretary of Defense, Sani Abacha.
Former head of the interim national government and commander-in-chief of the armed forces, Chief Ernest Shoneka, and my subsequent appointment as head of state.
Abacha died mysteriously in 1990, even though many people jubilated over his death. But the cause of his death is still very unclear to many Nigerians. After the death of General Sani Abacha, General Abdulsalami Abubaka was brought into power as a military head of state in 1998 because he was the one next in rank to power after Sani Abacha, but he was reluctant to take in the position. Abubakar's government created a new Nigerian constitution which will be implemented once a democratic government comes into power. That is an elected leader being in place. After he was sworn in, Abubakar promised to step down after 1 year as the leader of Nigeria. Critics of military leadership doubted that he will keep his promise, but he proved them wrong. Olusegun Obasanjo, who had once ruled the country as a military leader, won the popular vote and he was elected. He became the president of Nigeria in 1999. So Obasanjo restored Nigerian civilian rule. So this year marks 2 decades of consistent civilian rule in Nigeria.
I, Olusegun Obasanjo,
do solemnly swear
that
I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
In 1999, General Abdulsalami Abubaka peacefully handed over power to Chief Olusegun Obasanjo's civilian government in Nigeria. So Olusegun Obasanjo became the 3rd democratically elected president of Nigeria. So since then, we've been having consistent democratically elected government in the country. So that's all for today. But before we go, let's look at the past Nigerian military and civilian leaders. You can see the very first image there from the left. That's Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe. He was the first elected president of Nigeria. Then you have Tafawa Balewa as the prime minister. Thanks for watching this video. Please ensure to complete your assignment and upload properly. Stay good.